I've got a fungus. No, not on my foot. On my blackberries. Some kind of fungus on my blackberries. Not all of them, a few of the lower leaves. Let me show you what I'm doing about it. So I called Ed Donnelly at Bob Wells Nursery where I got the blackberries. Sponsor of my channel, great guy, very knowledgeable, and he said it was a fungus and I needed to spray it with some liquid cop and or neem oil or both of them. I have had the liquid cop. I do not have any neem oil. I'm ordering that, and next time we'll do a double dose of the copper and the neem oil. But right now it's a blue liquid mixed at about 4 teaspoons, and I always write on my bottles 4 teaspoons per gallon for this type of spray. And you know, different sprays, different things. I need to kind of keep it agitated because it looks like it's settling a little bit on the bottom. Need to get rid of the fungus. Let's do it. So I've got this mixed up in my little sprayer. I got this at Northern Tool. It's an Ironton, I believe it's an Ironton sprayer, 8-gallon sprayer. It's 4 teaspoons per gallon, so I've got 8 gallons, so that means I am putting 4 ounces in an 8-gallon tank. I've got that written down somewhere so I don't have to do the math again later on. But I'm spraying the entire plant. I'm spraying the leaves. I'm trying to get up under the leaves as best I can, and on top, and the vines, the fruit, everything. Just spraying the whole plant, wetting it down real good. And I am soaking wet with sweat, but I'll let you look at me sweating. So I tried to, as you could probably see, spray on top, try to put that wand underneath, get the underside of these leaves. And most of them seem pretty wet. And that, it's just kind of curling that leaf up. I had this, or what looked like this, when I had the blackberries out in the field, and I never treated for them. I think maybe one time I sprayed a fungicide of some sort, maybe a fruit tree spray or something, and just never messed with them. Typically the bottom leaves would fall off, and then they'd be fine. Now it could be. I'm not an expert on this, obviously. I should have done this preventative and not post breakout. But I think that, you know, we got so far it's been real humid. We've had a humid spring, humid early summer, and this is only the second or third day of summer. But I think what happens, or what will happen with these, and what happened with my other ones, was when the rains cut off and it starts getting dry, I think the fungus kind of goes away. Now, this is a fungus and not orange rust. Not sure what orange rust is, but I know it's bad news. I know it is bad news because I think you have to kill your crop. I think you have to cut that cane out and dispose of it, burn it, whatever. So, should have done this preventative. Should have done this when they first start. I believe it's, look at the label directions, but I believe it's when they first start showing leaf shoots, and then when they first start showing blooms. Not toxic to bees, as I understand it. It's just copper, basically liquid copper, and it just kills fungus. And so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I've got some left, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray some. I might should have dumped all of it on here. I don't know. He said spray the canes and everything. And I asked him, I said, is it okay if it runs down in there? And he said yes. But I'm gonna come back in about 7 days, do it again, and probably 7 days after that, and just take a look at it. Next time I'll spray with neem oil and the liquid cop, and just make sure I get it all. But I want you to look. They're dripping with copper right now. I want you to look. I have got. These are primocane, first crop on this year's cane, which makes them primocane berries. Now that same, it's kind of hard, it's kind of hard to explain and people don't get it. But that same cane, this cane right here, came up this year, was not even alive in January. It came up this year. It will produce a few berries like this one is, and then it won't die. It will stick around till next spring and produce, my experience is, produce an even larger crop of berries as a floor cane, a second year cane. But these are a primocane variety which produces some berries on the first year cane, the primocane. I know I've tried to explain this several times and people still don't get it. People don't get about when to prune them and what to prune, and I just need to, I'm gonna do a pruning video pretty soon. I've got some that need to be pruned out that have already produced their crop and died, and those are the ones you need to prune out. Now I'll do a pruning video of that real soon. Good gosh, this berry, that berry is about 2 inches long. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. It has exceeded anything I ever thought blackberries. First of all, anything I ever thought the Primark Freedom, that's what these are. All of these are Primark Freedoms at the one on the very end, that earth box. Exceeded anything I ever thought Primark Freedom would do, but it's also exceeding anything I thought these containers would do, these wicking tubs. So look at my playlist. I'll put it up in the corner, and look at the playlist and see how to build these, and watch my growing blackberries in containers playlist. These are magnificent. But look at your berries, check them for rust, check them for fungus. Hopefully you're not gonna have rust, but check them for fungus. Go online, see what all that looks like. And then preventative spray with copper, neem oil, and or both, okay? Look for my playlist, how to grow blackberries in containers, and you can have this hedge yourself. And I'll have a video coming up about my gardening and about blackberries and all this, of what I would do differently if I had to do it again. Look for that video, maybe a month or two, but you need to subscribe, ring the bell, and look for that video to get that information of what I would do differently. I always like to learn from other people's mistakes. If I learn from my mistakes, it usually costs me something. It usually costs me some money, time, frustration, something. So learn from other people's mistakes. All right, trying to kill some fungus. So far, not on the feet, just on the berries. And we're gone.